Hey everybody, Marc Accetta here, your Director of Training. So first of all, let me apologize for my casual attire and the blue hue on me from the lighting, but we're at one of the top production studios in Dallas, Texas. We're doing some filming for our next big event called The View from the Edge. So you'll hear about that later today, but oh my goodness, are we having fun and preparing some information we worked into the event that is going to just blow your mind. But while we're here doing this, I want to take a moment because I knew you guys were getting together today, and I have a couple public service announcements, if you will, for this event and all of our training events. First, I want to share with you that whatever hotel area or convention center you're at, we have about 35 of these going on across the United States right now. And it's gotten back to us that I know you get very excited after you get trained about recruiting people and selling product, but the problem is some of you are going to the employees at the hotel or convention center where you're at, and you're being very overzealous trying to recruit those people, and it's causing us problems. And if you don't understand why, let me explain. If you owned a hotel, and you had the hotel we wanted to come to because it was the perfect location, it was big enough, and we were coming back there regularly, and every time we came back, you lost a few employees because the people were coming to your property were stealing your employees, which is the way the hotel would look at it. Would you want us back? And the answer is obviously no. So we have chosen the best venues we can to have the best locations so you have the best experience at the regional, but you absolutely cannot recruit anybody or attempt to recruit anyone or talk world ventures about anything with the people who work at the hotel, at the surrounding restaurants, any of that stuff, because if you do, there's a good chance we won't be able to come to that facility anymore. So I'm telling you as an individual, but even more so, I'm empowering all of you as a group to make sure other people are not violating what I'm sharing with you right now, because otherwise, not only will we not be able to come back to this facility, but as time goes by, there won't be any quality facilities that will want us there, because I understand what you're doing. You're excited trying to build your team, but that's not how they look at it. So we have to be respectful of the partners we do business with. By the way, you can recruit. I know some of you are taught the 6-foot rule. Someone's within 6 feet of you, the 3-foot rule. You recruit them or sell them. I understand that. But the bottom line is there's a few places that doesn't apply. First, as you just found out, the hotel or convention center we're doing an event at. Secondly, on a dream trip, okay, please don't be trying to recruit people who work at the hotels and properties we're doing dream trips. And thirdly, for sure, and the restaurants are now becoming World Ventures brand partners, and you're going there to eat with our dining program, don't try to recruit those people either. Very, very important that you understand this and you comply with it, because if you don't comply with it, you could be in violations of policies and procedures, which would be bad for you. So again, needed to say that, number one. Number two thing to talk about is at our trainings, we have a policy that children have to be a certain age to attend. I believe it's 14 if I'm not mistaken. I apologize, I don't have the written policy in front of me. But people who are, the children have to pay and attend the event, and they have to be a certain age. Now, when I started doing this business, or shortly after we started doing the business, my wife and I had 2 adorable daughters, and they were obviously infants and then young toddlers and so on and so forth. And there were a lot of times we couldn't attend an event without bringing them along. So we had to juggle things. There were times where I'd be in the room watching the event and she'd be outside with the kids, or vice versa. There were times we invited someone to come along and watch the kids in the hallway, you know, a friend or somebody. There were other times we paired up with other people at the training who had kids, and again, we took turns watching each other's kids. And then there were times that our children had to stay at home. I love my children. I'm sure I'd love your children, and I know how valuable and dear they are to you. Here's the thing, the real bottom line with this is not all parents' awareness is created equally. While some parents, if they had a child in the room, would get them out of the room the second they caused any disruption at all, other parents sit there and let their kids scream and cry and run around the room and be knocking things over. So unfortunately, we've tried for over 2 or 3 years to allow children to attend events, and it just doesn't work. The person sitting next to you may be in a situation where they desperately need the information in this event to change their financial future. So it is not fair to have them distracted by anyone or anything, unfortunately, including your children. So please understand this. We are not trying to do anything unreasonable. We need to preserve the integrity of the events and make sure that people are getting out of it what they came there to get out of it. So 2 public service announcements. Thank you so much for listening. I'll turn you back over to your trainers. My God, we have got the greatest trainers in the world. I don't care what city you're in. There are 2 trainers right there that you are getting the bargain of all bargains for paying as little as you did to see them. They're about to pour into you, and hopefully you'll like what you see enough today to come to Las Vegas in October so I can pour into you for a full weekend at A View from the Edge. So that's all we've got. We got to go back to work, and you're ready to have a day you are not going to ever forget. Have a great day. God bless.